Farmers are under pressure to produce more, use fewer chemicals, and adapt to a changing regulatory landscape. So where do biological crop solutions fit into the future of agriculture? Today, we're looking at MustGrow Biologics, the rollout of TerraSante across key US states, and how its partnership with Bayer could help shape the next stage of growth. I'm joined today by Colin Bletsky, Chief Operating Officer of MustGrow. Colin, welcome to the Watchlist.
Thank you, Ricky. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. So tell us, Colin, TerraSante is now registered across an expanding number of key US agricultural states, including Texas, Utah, and Montana. How does each new registration strengthen your commercialization strategy, and what milestones should investors watch for as scale sales and market adoption?
Yeah, if you look at the U.S. market, it's extremely large, and across the U.S., there's roughly 5.6 million acres of high-value fruit and vegetables. The bulk of that already is in California and Florida, where we do have current registrations. But there are other key areas, key crops, as you mentioned, Texas, Montana, Utah, that drive a lot of additional sales. And it's something where we launched a product in the US, specifically in California, around 2024. In 2025, we sold out halfway through the season, and essentially demand outpaced the supply. So when you talk about one of the key milestones, key criteria for this year, it is actually increasing our supply chain, increasing our supply amount, so that we can hit that increasing demand across all states. But the key thing comes down to the product. TerraSante has had tremendous efficacy in the field. We're seeing a lot of yield, additional ROI for farmers, and it's really taking off. So being a sales and marketing guy, I always hate selling out. But it's great to have that problem where we are now just having to catch up with our production capacity, and really seeing the product perform in field is critical.
And as ag tech companies move from product validation into broader distribution, access to the right commercialization platform becomes critical. Your partnership with Bayer gives MustGrow access to one of the world's largest agricultural networks. What development or commercialization milestones would show that this partnership is creating long-term value for the company and shareholders?
Yeah, and our partnership with Bayer, listen, they are a great company. They're an amazing partner. They've done a tremendous amount of work, and they're investing a significant amount of capital. We estimate between 35 to 40 million US dollars in that Europe, Africa, and Middle East region. When you look at some of the milestones and some of the key areas with them, essentially it's moving the product and the project forward. We do have some key areas that we're working on, whether it be development, regulatory, and other key application, I would say, areas of development we need to work with Bayer. So I think for investors looking at an organization like that, taking a product on, investing the time, the capital, and the expertise into driving it forward, having them continue and having us hit milestones is a key area. We do look forward to later on this year, 2026, we look forward to 2027 and beyond with Bayer. It is a significant region around the world, specifically looking at that European Union and how many of the key chemicals have been deregistered and banned in that area.
And more broadly, Colin, agriculture is clearly shifting toward biological and regenerative solutions, driven by sustainability goals, changing regulations, and the need to improve crop productivity. So how are these trends shaping MustGrow's long-term growth strategy, and where do you think the company's best positioned to capitalize over the next several years?
Yeah, and this is the thesis that we based our company on. Sustainability is key. Consumers want to eat healthier. There are more and more chemicals being banned or deregistered, and as I mentioned, in the European Union alone, there's a significant amount. I believe now it's 70 different countries around the world have banned over 568 synthetic pesticides. So we see a trend moving more and more towards organic production. We see a trend moving more and more towards things that are impacting soil and the soil microbiome in a positive way. So if you look at what MustGrow does, we extract things coming from food-grade mustard. We extract things that nature's given us to really impact that synthetic chemical and fertilizer market and have a positive impact on the soil microbiome, the plant, and essentially the yield for our farmers. So it's taking what nature's given us, it's taking something that we eat and putting in a usable form for a farmer and helping them create a better food product.
So this is a company operating at the intersection of agriculture, sustainability, and commercialization, with state registrations, strategic partnerships, and industry tailwinds all shaping the next phase of growth. Thank you for your time today, Colin.
Thank you very much, Ricky.
Once again, that is Colin Bletsky, Chief Operating Officer of MustGrow Biologics. For more information on the company and its agricultural technologies, visit mustgrow.ca. That's all for this episode of The Watchlist. I'm Ricky Lee. Make good choices today.